Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I'm JD, aka He Who Pods, aka Rearview Mirror, aka man. Is summer gone yet?
Almost.
I'm happy about that.
We're in the home stretch.
Yeah. Only like 18 days left.
Yeah.
Sound
And
like
I'm
we
Dash.
Oh, there you go. My bad.
I'm Dash, aka Dash AG, aka the real king of R&B, aka Cool Grandma. Not really. Aka not over the weather, but
But
under
under
it.
the light.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you, player.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you.
Apologies for my absence yesterday. I'm
I
here
don't
now.
even I don't even know what you're talking about, you know what I'm saying?
This
Alright,
is
where you want to
breaking.
start?
Should we do this? Should we do breaking news? Kick one of the topics out so we could talk about this?
Sure, I don't know what's happening, so I let you lead the way. Come on.
There's been a lot of speculation that Cardi B was pregnant. A lot of people have been saying that they think Cardi B is pregnant. Cardi B was also on trial um, last week or two for assault, and some of that played out. It was there was video, so some of that played out publicly. And when Cardi B walked out of the courtroom after her acquittal, she was wearing a suit, and she looked very pregnant in a lot of people's opinions. Like she had the jacket closed, but it looked like she was having a hard time. She was like busting out of the jacket. Cardi B has now released a video of her dancing in the same suit, and there's padding underneath underneath her clothes. She's not trying to hide it. She's not trying to hide the padding underneath her clothes. Could Cardi have faked a pregnancy to get off in her trial? Did she use y'all's own, not you, but y'all's own judgments about her to her benefit? What
I
say
don't
you?
put I don't put anything past anyone. Is it possible? Absolutely.
It's also possible that she's still pregnant, but not as far along as she made it look. Um, there are a lot of variables, but I think this is kind of funny. I think it's funny because a lot of people be in the business like, oh, is she pregnant? Is she not pregnant? And, people don't really wait until somebody actually says it. So you guys see the video. Can you try to pull it up so you can see it on Instagram? You don't want to?
Okay, yep. Definitely definitely some padding going on here.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Feels like Cardi B is saying, "Gotcha."
It does look that way. She's also selling the courtroom edition for her album cover.
Oh, okay, okay. Yep, I see it. Oh, yep. Well, fascinating stuff. I just know, there's been a lot of speculation, and we've also talked about it off pod. So I figured, why not bring that breaking story to the pod? We don't do enough breaking news here, okay? Breaking the news, all right? And I'm not even over the weather. I'm under it. But we're
So
still breaking the news.
yeah.
A
So you think
story
that
journalist, as Drake would call me.
we're gonna get to Drake in a minute.
Uh-huh.
Um, so you think that Cardi? Do you think this was a farce and Cardi manipulated the media?
So I think everything is a farce. So I could totally see this being having double meaning. I could totally see this being a double troll. I can see a world where Cardi is pregnant,
Okay.
but also pretended to be more pregnant than she was. I could see a world where Cardi isn't actually pregnant, but because of rumors and whatnot, she played into it. Cardi is an internet girl.
Yes, she
She's
is.
she's very savvy when it comes to the internet. She knows how to play the game.
Okay.
I don't put it past her to have done that. And hey, if it helped her uh, be acquitted, there's also that. You know, people are sometimes sympathetic in those situations.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about your boy, everybody's favorite guy, the one and the only Drake. Drake
Yes,
recently sat down with his favorite, Bobbi. How you pronounce her name? Althoff.
I think so. I don't know. That's how it reads, but I don't know for sure.
He sat down with her for an
Hmm.
interview. After she had announced she was done with podcasting, suddenly she was back and interviewing Drake. Now, for those who don't know,
Uh huh.
these two do have an odd history where
Yep.
they did an interview for her podcast, and
2 years ago,
then there seemed to be a falling out.
she took down the episode.
She took down the episode, very good, and now which we never really got the tea behind. Let me just be transparent here. We still don't know why. We still don't know what happened.
Well,
We don't know what all the hoopla was about. But
we sort of got. Uh huh.
we do know she did get a divorce in the midst of that.
Yes. And there were cheating rumors that came out after the Drake interview came out.
Yeah.
Um, it appears that whatever was happening with Drake just happened to happen alongside the divorce stuff. It's
Yep.
like, when it rains, it pours. She was having a bad day already, and then she stepped in a
Right.
puddle. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, that's the way I understand the story.
Because LL was not there to lay his jacket down over the puddle.
Big Ellie.
And so Bobby's back
Uh huh.
interviewing Drake. Now I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch this interview, but I have seen
But
some very interesting clips.
and I watched it.
Right.
I did. It was a waste of my time, but I watched it.
Oh, I love it.
It was a waste of my time. And if you are not locked in with Drake currently, if you are not someone who really likes Drake and likes Drake's personality, you are not going to enjoy this interview. This to me was not an interview. This was sarcastic banter between two people who know each other very well. I honestly didn't need to be in the room with them.
I didn't watch it, but what I can say is it looks to me like Drake wanted to be able to do a fluff piece. Like
Mm-hmm.
Drake knew, like Drake knew that if he went to anyone with any journalistic integrity, if he went to anyone who keeps it real, he's gonna have to answer questions he doesn't want to answer.
And
He's
here
gonna
he
have to
didn't really
discuss
have to answer
things.
anything.
Exactly. He's gonna have to discuss things that he doesn't want to discuss,
Mm-hmm.
and his character would be called into question on multiple occasions. And
Yeah.
so it looked like Drake. I said Drake. It looked like Drake decided that this was the safe person to sit with, where he could get his agenda off, and that's why I had no interest in it
After
from the
years of not
beginning
doing
when it was
interviews.
announced.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
It's
not an
also been
interview?
made clear. Well, I'm
Okay.
sorry. You first.
Well, I was just going to say, as someone who watched it, it's not an interview. I think, to be fair, I think Bobby wanted it to be an interview. He didn't allow her to interview him. He cut her
Okay.
off at every turn. He made jokes. When she actually did ask questions, he sidestepped questions or found a quirky way to answer it, but not really answer it. It's just banter. It's really just banter. And I think if you like Drake, I think you might find this endearing. I did not, but because I see through bullshit. And he lost me at Culture Vulture. He lost me. At the point where
He
he
said
said
the
that to a
audio.
white woman. So there's a clip going around that I'm sure is easy to find. Um, but it's towards the beginning of the interview. Um, where he talks about the fact that it bothers him that people refer to him as a culture vulture when I'm paraphrasing, but he basically says he's just trying to put people on and give people exposure with the different artists that he's worked with the different styles that he's played with. And people take that as him taking other people's cultures or taking from other cultures. And he said it bothers him because he's the way he sees it is he's helping people out, he's putting people on. Again, I'm paraphrasing. Y'all could, it's somewhere around the 20-minute mark, um where y'all can go and watch it for yourselves. But the moment Drake used the term culture vulture and tried to speak to that sitting across from a white woman, I don't care who she is or what she does, he lost it. After
Yeah, it's not
that,
the proper place.
it's not the place to have that conversation because, and she didn't really speak to it, to be honest, which is fine because I don't think it pertained to her, right?
Right.
But I think she was there to kick it. I think she was there to shoot the shit. I think she seems to understand who he is and like how he operates. So she wasn't surprised that he wasn't giving much. She addressed that. She did say to him, "Listen, you're not letting me speak." And but in a friendly, playful way. The whole thing was friendly and playful. They do address their relationship. She says that she had a lot going on. He says that he took a lot of heat for things that weren't he wasn't responsible for, things that were going on in her life that he wasn't responsible for. Apparently they had some exchange that kind of set things off between them, and that was when he blocked her and she took down the episode and all of that. So they apologize, and they piece it up. It's clear that they've made up, because honestly, the first 45 minutes, not until you get to the 45-minute mark does she say, let's start the interview. It's just banter. You would have hated it. It's just banter. The first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, they're going to get started soon, right? And then they never really did. Even when they say, let's start the interview, they start talking about the fact they're in this beautiful place in, I think, Switzerland, and they start talking about how he once got arrested in Sweden and what happened with that. That was basically the question. She also asked him about, I know I'm all over the place, but they were all over the place. She also asked him about um the type of woman he would like to settle down with, and he said he doesn't think the world is ready for that, and then proceeds to say that he's looking for a goth baddie with O cups.
Okay. So this is a 45-minute troll. Or how long is this thing?
An hour and 22.
Wow. That's a long troll.
I don't think it's a troll at all. I just think it was a conversation between friends. I don't think it served a purpose other than it's her first episode of her podcast, and Drake is a huge star, and they have history that the public knows about. And it's already at 1 million views, and it dropped yesterday.
Yeah, it's gonna do numbers, and I think that's why it's a troll, because people are waiting for Drake to speak about many things and address
And
many things. So him going up there and not doing it, and having no intention of doing it, and making that very clear when through the things that you're saying, to me, that's a troll. Because it's like we know why people are gonna come watch this. People are not watching it for Bobby. They're watching it because Drake has a lawsuit
yeah,
and been a crybaby and got an album coming and lost the battle and all this other stuff. Not because
yeah.
Bobby.
But again, I think Drake fans will like it. I think it gives him personality. Um, but he's also very sarcastic, so it doesn't feel real to me. Um, if that's his real personality, then that's fine. There's some people who are extremely sarcastic in their everyday, and I do think his personality comes out in it. I just feel like some of it was, and again, she addresses this. She says to him, "You're not really answering my questions." Because he wasn't. He'd make a joke, or he'd say something sarcastic, or he'd swing it in another direction. Only thing he really answered was the jail thing. There was the one time he got arrested. That story, which even again, I just I really be wanting somebody to take Drake under their wing and just be like, listen, you need to be
Keep
careful
going.
out there,
I'm gonna shut
because
this
you're
off.
because you're sitting across from this white woman who's asking you, was jail fun? I know how y'all feel about Drake. I know how y'all feel about Drake, and I understand that when it comes to racial identity, the lines get blurred when we talk about Drake. But Drake is a black man, and she sat across from him asking him if jail was fun. Like, what are you talking about, you dummy?
Right.
I don't know this woman. I don't know anything about her before today. I think I've heard her name before, but I had to do
Yeah.
my research to be able to have this conversation about her. I don't care to know anything else. I'm sure she's lovely. I'm not interested. But you sat across from him and asked him if jail was fun. What are you talking about? You sound like a
Drake
doofus.
went well, and that's part of why he went there. Let's be
And he's like,
honest.
no. And then he
Yeah,
outs
but
her
let's be
for
honest. Drake
smuggling weed on the plane. I was just like, what is this? Do you like her? or not. Some moments felt very frenemy. And I see everybody writing about it. By the way, please, if you are able to read the Vulture article, you and everyone else out there, because whoever wrote that Vulture article is shady. But it'll make you laugh. But yeah, he was like outing. He was like, "Yep, you guys were trying to smuggle drugs, smuggle your dope on the plane," and I was just like, "Why are you telling people that she was taking weed on the plane?" It was weird. It was weird.
Sounds like Drake got everything he wanted.
Yeah, because then you go to the comments and people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is why I love this guy. He's great. He's so funny."
Yeah. Drake's not gonna go where the real shit is gonna be at. He's gonna go right now where he can control the narrative. He could do what he wants, and he could say things like, one of the biggest moments in my life was when I painted my nails yellow.
Right. So yeah, I forgot about that part. I think because you
Oh,
and I
not
talked
me.
about it off pod. But yes, he does say
Not
that
me.
the biggest phases in his life were um, when he got braids because he thought people were going to think he was going through a midlife crisis, when he painted his nails yellow, and when he got a face tattoo of his mom's initials.
Not when he, broke records or had a child or, any
Nope.
of those things.
No. It's okay. You don't want to have depth? That's fine. I will never look at a Drake interview again. You would have to pay me. I don't care. There was nothing redeeming about it for me. I again think that there's an audience for this. I think people will like this. I think people who really dig him are really into him and don't think he does anything out of the ordinary. I think they're going to love this cuz I think it gives personality. Oh, she asked him about his abs too. And did he airbrush his abs or did he have a BBL done? He said no to both. He said he used Facetune, and he said he think he hit the settings on Facetune too hard on his abs. I'm gonna choose to believe him because he didn't have to tell us he used Facetune on his abs. So I'm gonna choose to believe him there because she was even saying, "Oh yeah, I saw you with your shirt off," and I don't see what was in that photo. Like, what was going on with that? Did you really get your abs done? And he was like, "Oh, I think I hit the Facetune too hard that day." And I was just like, whatever. I don't totally know what that means, but I'll allow it.
I mean, listen, that's their king. So, you know, this is the guy they worship.
First interview in years. I think this was a missed opportunity. This was a great opportunity for Bobby, but I think it was a
Absolutely,
missed
just like the first one.
opportunity for Drake. Yeah. I don't think Drake is looking for respect from the people that I think should be interviewing him. So, there's that.
Well, he can say that, but his music and his actions say otherwise.
Of course. Of course. I think if you're going to watch it, and this will be the last thing I say, I think if you're going to watch it, I know you're not going to watch it, but for anyone watching this, I think if you're going to watch it, you got to take it with a grain of salt. You got to know going into it, it's not a big deal. It's very light. It's fun more than anything else. And that's it. They're in a very beautiful place, like overlooking. I don't know, they're overlooking, but it's a beautiful view. Like they're in a bed. He's got his chef there. The chef brings them food. I do think that their banter is flirty, but I think they know that, and I think they play that up. I don't think that means anything because I know it sparks rumors that they're dating. I don't think it means anything. Maybe,
But
maybe.
she's not a big titty goth girl, so they can't be dating.
Right. He said. Well, he said that's his ultimate. Excuse me. That's his ultimate. That's who he wants to. That's his. That's his type. And she was like, "Really? Have you ever dated anybody like that?" And he said, "Yeah."
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.